Welcome, dear dreamer, to Sleepy Scientist. If you enjoy these calm journeys, remember to subscribe to the channel. Tonight, as you settle into the quiet, I want you to imagine something. Imagine that the space around you is not empty. It is not simply air or darkness. It is not a void. It is an ocean. A deep, silent, and shimmering ocean. You are floating in it right now. You are breathing it in. This is not an ocean of water, but of potential. Scientists call this the quantum field. But you can think of it as the most fundamental fabric of the universe. The source of all there is, and all there could be. Close your eyes, and feel it. Feel the space between your body and the walls of the room. It seems like nothing, doesn't it? Just empty stillness. But that is an illusion, a trick of your senses. In truth, that space is alive. It is humming. It is vibrating with an energy so subtle, so gentle, that your everyday mind simply cannot perceive it. It is like the deepest note of a cello, played forever, holding everything together. Think of it like the air on a perfectly still summer night. You cannot see the air. You cannot touch it. But you know it is there. You feel its presence against your skin. You feel its warmth, or its coolness. You fill your lungs with it. It is the medium through which a firefly's light travels to your eye. It carries the distant scent of rain on dry earth. This quantum ocean is like that. But it is even more intimate. It is not just around you. It is within you. Every single particle that makes up your body, your thoughts, your very life, is not a solid little ball. It is more like a wave, a vibration, a tiny knot of energy in this endless, peaceful sea. You are not a rock sitting on the shore of the universe. You are a pattern, a gentle swirl, in the water itself. You are made of the ocean. Now, imagine dipping your finger into a still pond. You see the ripples flow outwards, in perfect circles. They travel. They carry your touch across the entire surface. The quantum field is like that pond. Every event, every tiny happening, sends ripples through it. The birth of a star, a billion light years away, sends a ripple. The falling of a leaf outside your window sends a ripple. And your own quiet thoughts, they send ripples too. This is not magic. It is science. The most beautiful and profound science. At the very smallest level of reality, everything is connected, because everything is part of the same field, the same ocean. There is no true separation. There are only waves, interacting, meeting, merging, parting again. Your breath, in and out, is a tide. With every inhale, you draw in this ocean of potential. You draw in starlight and silence. You draw in the faint echo of the beginning of time itself. Your body uses this energy. It sustains you. It connects you to the cosmos in a way that is literal and physical. With every exhale, you send a wave back out. You contribute your own unique vibration to the whole. Your peace, your calmness tonight, becomes a tiny, gentle ripple in the fabric of everything. You are having a conversation with the universe. And it is a conversation of perfect peace. So as you lie here, resting, know that you are not alone in the dark. You are cradled. You are supported. You are swimming in a sea of gentle energy that has existed since the first moment of everything. It is the womb of reality. And it holds you, now, with infinite softness. There is no need to understand it, tonight. There is only need to feel it. To imagine it. To trust that the emptiness is full. The silence is humming. The void is alive with possibility. Let this feeling wash over you. Let it loosen your muscles and slow your heart. You are safe in this deep and ancient ocean. You belong to it. And it belongs to you. Now, feel the weight of your body on the bed. That feeling of solidity, of being one single thing, in one single place, it is a comforting illusion. But what if you could exist, like the faintest ripple, in more than one place at once? In the deep ocean of the quantum field. Things are not as solid as they seem. the particles that make up your world, and you, behave in the most gentle and mysterious of ways. They do not choose one single state of being. Not right away. They exist in a haze of maybes. Imagine a single candle flame in a dark, quiet room. You look at it from your bed. It is a definite thing. It is there. It flickers in one particular way, casting a specific set of shadows on the wall. This is how we see our everyday world. A thing is where it is. It does what it does. But now, imagine that same candle flame before you look at it. Before your eyes find it, it is not one flame. It is all possible flames, all at once. It is every flicker it could ever make. It is a soft, blurred cloud of every potential shape and height and brightness. It is a symphony of possibilities, playing all its notes simultaneously. It is not a thing, but a dream of a thing. This is the secret life of a quantum particle. Scientists call this beautiful uncertainty superposition. But you can think of it as a moment of pure potential. A particle is not here or there. It is sort of here and sort of there. It is a probability, a tendency, a whisper of where it might be found. It is not being secretive. It is simply being its truest, quantum self. It is exploring all the options available to it, all at once. It is dancing to every possible rhythm before choosing a single song. Think of it like a dandelion gone to seed. A perfect, fluffy white sphere. It holds 1,000 future possibilities. 1,000 seeds, each one a potential new flower. It is not yet a field of dandelions. But it is not just one flower anymore, either. It is the beautiful, blurred state between what was and what could be. You hold this same principle within you. Your own life is filled with these moments of beautiful uncertainty. The moment before you make a decision. The deep breath before you speak. The second before you step onto a new path. In that pause, all possibilities are still open. All futures are still alive. You are in a state of personal superposition. There is a deep comfort in this. It means the universe is not rigid. It is not already written. It is fluid, and soft, and responsive. At its very heart, reality is open-ended. It is creative. It is imaginative. But how does this fuzzy cloud of potential become our solid, predictable world? How does the dandelion seed finally fly on the wind? It happens through a gentle and profound interaction. An observation. A connection. The moment you look at the quantum candle flame, something soft happens. Your attention, your simple act of noticing, encourages it to choose. It settles. It becomes one specific flame, casting one specific set of shadows. The act of measurement is not a harsh grab. It is more like a quiet question. And the universe, in its kindness, provides a quiet answer. It is as if the particle was waiting for a conversation. Waiting for a relationship to define itself. You ask, "Where are you?" And it replies, "I am here." But until you asked, it was happy to be everywhere and nowhere. This is not a flaw. It is a feature of our reality. The universe becomes definite through our interaction with it. We are not separate from it. We are partners in its creation. We help it choose its shape, simply by living in it, and by looking at it. So tonight, as you drift, think of your own potential. Think of all the paths not taken, all the words not spoken, all the versions of you that still exist as beautiful possibilities in the quantum field. They are not lost. They are simply part of the grand, shimmering haze of your being. You are not a single, fixed point. You are a wonderful, evolving probability. Your breath is steady now. Your body is relaxing. You are letting go of the need to be one single, defined thing. You are embracing the soft, quantum truth. You are a collection of endless potential, gently settling into the comfort of this moment. And in that settling, a new question arises. If a simple look can connect you to a particle and help it choose its path, what deeper connections might be possible in this quantum ocean? We have felt the quantum ocean. We have seen how a particle exists as a cloud of beautiful possibility. But a single particle is only the beginning of the story. For in this quantum world, nothing is ever truly alone. There is a connection deeper than any distance. A bond that does not fade, no matter how far apart two things may seem. Imagine two leaves, fallen from the same tree onto a still, glassy pond. They drift apart. One moves toward the eastern shore. The other floats slowly west. Miles of water now separate them. Now, imagine you gently touch the surface of the pond near the first leaf. You create a tiny ripple. That ripple spreads out. It travels across the entire pond. A moment later, the second leaf trembles. It responds to your touch, even from miles away. It felt your intention through the medium that connects them both. This is a faint echo of a quantum phenomenon. But in the quantum world, the connection is instant. And it is infinitely more profound. Scientists call it entanglement. It is a gentle and unbreakable grip. Here is how it happens. Two tiny particles, like electrons or photons, meet. They interact. They share a moment. They dance together. In that dance, their identities become blended. Their fates become tied. They are no longer two separate beings. They are two parts of a single, unified system. After this, they can travel to opposite ends of the universe. If you gently ask one particle a question, like "Which way are you spinning?" it will choose an answer. And at that exact same instant, its partner, billions of light years away, will know. Its spin will instantly become the perfect mirror image, the perfect partner, to the first. A whisper here, a shudder there. No signal is sent between them. No light beam carries a message. The information simply it is. Because they are still one. It is as if they share a single soul. Albert Einstein called this spooky action at a distance. It seemed to defy all logic. But it is not spooky. It is serene. It is the universe revealing its true nature. That at the most fundamental level, separation is an illusion. The quantum field is one continuous, unbroken whole. And everything within it is connected. You have felt this in your own life. Think of a time you thought of a dear friend you had not spoken to in months. And then, your phone chimes. It is a message from them. A coincidence, you might say. And perhaps it is. But perhaps it is also a hint. A whisper of the invisible threads that connect all things. A faint, human echo of quantum entanglement. The bond between a parent and a child. The deep understanding between old friends who need not speak to communicate. The sudden feeling of love for someone who is far away. These connections feel magical. But what if they are physical? What if they are woven into the very fabric of the universe? What if your most precious relationships are tiny reflections of this cosmic togetherness? This is the gentle grip of entanglement. It is the universe's way of holding hands with itself. It is a constant, quiet reminder that you are not an island. You are a knot in a vast, cosmic net. Tug on your string softly, and the whole web shimmers. You are connected to the stars you see. You are connected to the soil beneath you. You are connected to every other being, through this silent, humming field of energy. You are never, ever alone. There is a deep comfort in this. Your actions ripple through the whole. Your peace contributes to the peace of the whole. Your joy vibrates through the web. The universe is not a collection of lonely objects. It is a communion of subjects. A relationship. A dance. So tonight, as you lie here, feel those threads. Feel the connection to those you love. Feel the connection to this planet. There is no need to see the threads to know they are there. You can feel them in your heart. That feeling is real. It is a part of physics. It is a part of you. You are a focal point in a connected whole. A unique expression of the universe, forever tied to every other expression. And this brings a new, soft wonder. If all things are so deeply connected, then what are the boundaries of the self? Where do you end, and the rest of the universe begins? A question that leads us gently into the misty paths of your own choices. In the quiet, connected universe we have explored, your place is not fixed. You are not a passenger on a train, locked onto a single set of tracks, rushing toward a predetermined destination. The quantum world reveals a much softer, and more beautiful, truth. Your life is more like a wide, open meadow at dawn. A soft, low mist hangs over the tall, dewy grass. The air is fresh, and cool, and full of silence. As you stand in this meadow, you see that it is not empty. It is woven with countless paths. These are not paved roads, clear and certain. They are like deer trails. Gentle impressions in the grass. Some are well-worn, familiar. Others are faint, barely visible, leading toward mysterious stands of trees, or over gentle hills. This meadow is the field of your potential. And every one of these soft trails represents a possible choice. A possible version of your day. A possible version of your life. You take a step forward. This step is a choice. You choose one path over another. But unlike a train on a track, your step does not erase the other paths. They are still there, in the mist. Still real. Still possible. Your step simply brings one path into sharper focus. It makes it more defined under your feet. The other paths continue to exist, as gentle possibilities in the quantum haze. This is the strange and wonderful nature of reality. Every moment, you are surrounded by forks in the road. What to have for breakfast? Which word to speak? Whether to turn left or right. These seem like small, insignificant things. But each one is a step into a slightly different version of the meadow. Scientists and writers sometimes call this the Garden of Forking Paths. A place where every decision point splits the world into new branches. New possibilities. In the quantum world, these branches are not just imagination. They are real. Every possibility has a reality, somewhere in the vastness of the quantum field. Think of a time you made a big decision. Or even a very small one. Imagine you chose to take a different route on your walk home. For a moment, as you turn onto that new street, two versions of you exist. One version, on the old, familiar path. And one version, on the new one. Both are real in that instant of choice. Both are exploring their own misty meadow. Both paths are true. This is not about regret for the path not taken. It is about celebration for the infinite richness of your being. You are not a single story. You are a library of stories. Every possible you exists in a state of beautiful potential. The you that learned the piano. The you that moved to a different city. The you that said yes instead of no. They are all there in the mist. This can feel overwhelming. But it is actually deeply comforting. It means you are free. It means the future is not written. It is a soft, pliable substance, like clay in your hands. You are shaping it with every thought, with every breath, with every tiny action. Your journey is not about finding the one right path. It is about appreciating the walk. It is about noticing the beauty on the path you are on. The dandelion gone to seed by your foot. The way the morning light filters through the mist. The sound of a single bird somewhere in the distance. You are both the walker and the creator of the path. You are not just choosing your future. You are gently, softly dreaming it into being. So tonight, release the weight of the single, perfect road. Let go of the idea that you must find the one correct way. There is no such thing. There are only choices. And each one leads to a different shade of beauty, a different lesson, a different view. You are exploring the garden of your own life. And every path is valid. Every path is true. Feel the soft grass under your feet. Smell the damp, earthy air. Listen to the profound silence of the meadow, which is not an empty silence, but a silence full of potential. full of whispers of all the lives you are, and could be. You are never lost. You are simply on a different path than before. And with each step, you create a new one, forever wandering the beautiful, misty field of your own becoming. And as you walk, a gentle question arises from the mist. If all these paths are real until you step onto one, what happens when you stop to look? What power does your simple attention have to bring a world into focus, a thought that beckons us toward the universe that listens? We have wandered the misty paths of possibility. We have seen how every choice creates a new reality. But now, we arrive at a question that is both simple and deeply profound. What is it that coaxes one specific path from the mist? What turns a possibility into your experience? The answer lies in a gentle and powerful act. The act of attention. The universe is not a pre-recorded show, playing out on a screen while you sit passively in the dark. It is a live performance. And you are not just the audience. You are one of the performers. Your simple act of watching, of noticing, is a vital part of the dance. In the quantum world, a particle exists in many states at once. A blur of potential. But when it is observed, when it is measured, it settles. It chooses. It becomes one specific thing, in one specific place. This is not a violent process. It is not a forced decision. It is more like a conversation. Imagine a sleeping cat, curled on a warm windowsill. It exists in a state of pure potential. It could be dreaming of chasing butterflies. It could be dreaming of a sunbeam. It is all these dreams at once. Then, you walk softly into the room. You look at the cat. Your gaze is gentle and warm. Under the soft weight of your attention, the cat stirs. It chooses one dream. It stretches and opens its eyes and becomes this cat, in this moment, looking back at you. Your looking did not create the cat. But it invited the cat into a specific form of existence. Your attention was a question. And the universe provided an answer. Now, imagine the world around you is made of a soft, warm, luminous clay. This clay holds every possible shape within it. A mountain. An ocean. A tree. A teacup. It is all potential. Your attention is your hand. Not a grasping, demanding hand. But a gentle, curious hand. As you move through your day, your attention rests on things. You look at a tree. And where your gaze falls, the clay settles. It firms up, just a little, into the tree you expect to see. You look at your hands, and the clay forms the familiar lines of your palms. You are not making the tree, or your hands, appear from nothing. You are simply participating in their reality. You are having a quiet conversation with the universe. You ask, "Is that a tree?" And the universe whispers back, "Yes, it is." This is the profound intimacy of a participatory cosmos. You are not separate from the world you observe. You are in relationship with it. You help it become itself, simply by being present. Your consciousness is a gentle light that helps reality choose its form. This means your perspective is unique. The world you see is the world that answers your particular way of looking. Your universe is personal. It is shaped by your history, your feelings, your quiet expectations. The tree outside your window is real. But the specific way you experience it, its beauty, its majesty, its peace, is a co-creation. A duet between the tree and you. There is a great comfort in this. It means you matter. Your awareness is not a minor side effect of the universe. It is an essential ingredient. The cosmos dreams in possibilities. And through your attention, you help it awaken into experience. So tonight, as you lie in the dark, consider the power of your gaze. It is a creative force. It is a gentle hand on the clay of reality. When you look at someone you love with kindness, you are not just seeing them. You are inviting them to be their best self. You are holding a space for their light to shine. Your attention is a gift. Feel the weight of your own attention now. Feel it resting on your breath. As you notice your breath, it changes, just a little. It deepens. It slows. You have asked it a gentle question, and it has answered. Your attention has shaped your experience. Your world is listening to you. It is responding to the quiet focus of your mind. You are in a constant, soft, and beautiful dialogue with existence itself. And this dialogue invites a new curiosity. If our attention can shape the soft clay of reality, what else might be possible? What if the barriers we see, the walls we believe are solid, are also just possibilities waiting for a new question, a thought that leads us toward the dream of walking through walls? In the universe that listens, where attention shapes reality, the nature of a barrier begins to change. What seems solid, and permanent, and immovable, might be something else entirely. Something softer. Something more permeable. Imagine you are walking toward a great mountain. Its peak is lost in the clouds. Its sides are sheer rock, ancient and imposing. To reach the valley on the other side, you have only two classical choices. You must climb over it, a long and arduous journey. Or you must turn around. The mountain is a definitive barrier. It is a solid, immovable fact of your landscape. Now, imagine you are a single electron. A tiny, buzzing bit of energy and potential. You are moving toward a barrier. A wall of energy that, by all known rules, you do not have the strength to cross. You are like a soft rubber ball rolling toward a solid brick wall. You should bounce back. But you don't. Because you are not just a ball. You are also a wave. A cloud of possibility. And as you approach the wall, a beautiful thing happens. Your wave nature, your fuzzy probabilistic self, does not end at the wall's edge. It extends into it. And through it. Like a gentle mist seeping through the tiny, unseen pores in a piece of wood. There is a chance, a small but real probability, that you will simply appear on the other side. It is not magic. It is quantum tunneling. You did not go over the wall. You did not go around it. In a sense, you went through it. Because for a particle, a barrier is not always a solid stop sign. It is often just a zone where passing through is less likely. But in the quantum world, less likely never means impossible. It means there is always a way. Think of it like a sound. You are in your room, with the door closed. You can hear music playing softly from another room. The sound waves, in their essence, are tunneling. They are passing through the solid barrier of the door. They are finding a way to reach you. They are not breaking the door. They are simply interacting with it in a way that allows their essence to transmit. Now, bring this idea home. To your own life. What are the mountains you face? What are the walls that seem to block your path? A challenge that feels too big to overcome. A habit that seems too solid to break. A fear that feels like an immovable object in your mind. Quantum tunneling invites us to see these barriers differently. They may not be the solid rock they appear to be. They may be zones of lower probability. They may be obstacles that seem impassable only from one point of view. From another, more fluid perspective, there might be a way through. Not by force. Not by a direct, brutal assault. But by softening. By shifting your nature from a solid ball to a gentle wave. This is the power of persistence, not as a hammer, but as a whisper. It is the power of a different approach. A new idea that seems to appear, as if from nowhere, on the other side of a problem. It is the sudden insight that solves a puzzle you have stared at for days. That insight tunneled. It found a path where your conscious mind saw only a wall. It is the story of every great inventor, every artist, every dreamer who was told something was impossible. They did. Not always smash the wall. Sometimes, they simply found a way to resonate with it, until it became transparent to their vision. There is a deep comfort in this. It means that no situation is ever completely hopeless. No barrier is ever 100% solid. There is always a potential path. A tiny, shimmering probability that things can change, that healing can happen, that a way forward can be found. It might be a small chance. But in the quantum world, small chances are taken an infinite number of times. And eventually, the unlikely becomes real. Your mind, in its quietest, most meditative states, is a master of tunneling. When you stop pushing against a problem, and instead relax into it, you become more wave-like. You allow solutions to emerge. You allow new paths to reveal themselves. You are not bouncing against a wall. You are gently permeating it. So tonight, think of one of your own mountains. Feel its presence. Now, imagine it not as solid rock, but as a dense mist. A fog of probability. See yourself not as a climber, straining against it, but as a soft light. A gentle wave. And simply allow yourself to drift forward. There is no struggle. Only a quiet, persistent permeation. Know that somewhere, on a level deeper than your everyday sight, you are already finding a way through. You are already on the other side. The universe is always providing paths. We just need to learn to see them. And as you drift through these soft barriers, you may start to wonder. If a wall is not absolute, then what can we ever truly know for sure? This gentle question leads us toward the uncertain and beautiful melody of all existence. We have seen that particles can be in many places at once. We have seen them tunnel through barriers and connect across vast distances. This world is fluid and soft and full of wonder. But it asks something of us in return. It asks us to let go of something we often cling to. Something that feels like comfort, but is often just an illusion. It asks us to let go of perfect certainty. For centuries, we imagined the universe as a great clock. If we could know the exact position of every gear, every spring, we could predict every tick and every tack, forever. The future would be an open book. This is a comforting idea. It suggests that with enough knowledge, everything can be known. Everything can be controlled. But the quantum ocean does not work this way. It is not a clock. It is more like a symphony. A beautiful, evolving, and improvisational piece of music. Imagine a single, clear musical note. It is perfect. It holds its pitch without wavering. You can know everything about it. Its exact frequency. Its exact volume. But it is just a note. It is not yet music. Now, imagine a melody. It flows. It rises and falls. It has feeling and expression. But to have this beauty, it must change. It must move. And in its movement, it becomes impossible to pin down perfectly. If you focus on the exact pitch of one note, you lose the sense of the rhythm. If you focus on the exact rhythm, the specific pitch of each note becomes a little blurred. You can know the music intimately, but you cannot capture its entire soul in a single, frozen moment. This is the heart of quantum uncertainty. A tiny particle is like this melody. It has a position, a place where it is. And it has momentum, that energy, a direction in which it is moving. These are its pitch and its rhythm. But here is the beautiful and honest truth. You can never know both perfectly, at the exact same time. The more precisely you try to locate the particle, to pin down its position, the less you can know about its momentum. It becomes a still note, whose movement is a mystery. Conversely, the more you try to measure its momentum, to understand its energy and direction, the more fuzzy its exact position becomes. It becomes a flowing rhythm, whose specific location blurs. This is not a flaw in our machines. It is not a limit of our intelligence. It is a fundamental feature of reality. The universe itself is built this way. At its core, it values becoming over being. It values flow over a frozen snapshot. It is a dynamic dance, not a static picture. This is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. But you need not remember the name. Remember the feeling of a melody. There is a profound peace in this realization. It means the universe is not a puzzle to be solved. It is an experience to be had. It is a relationship to be lived. The quest for total control, for perfect prediction, is a quest for a single, frozen note. But life is the entire symphony. Your own life is filled with this same gentle uncertainty. You cannot know the future with certainty. You cannot know every outcome of every decision. You cannot hold a moment perfectly still without losing the feeling of it flowing through your fingers. The attempt to do so only creates anxiety. It is the anxiety of the clockmaker trying to stop time. But when you embrace the quantum truth, you can relax. You can release the need to know everything. You can trade the illusion of control for the reality of participation. You are not a separate scientist, measuring a separate universe. You are part of the music. Your observations, your questions, are part of the melody. They change the tune, just a little, in the moment of asking. Some questions are not meant to be answered with a single, solid fact. They are meant to be lived with. They are duets between you and the universe. A conversation that never truly ends, but simply changes key and changes rhythm. Think of a question like, what is the meaning of life? There is no single, certain answer. The meaning emerges, like a melody, through the living of it. It is different today than it was yesterday. It is a duet between your actions and the world's response. So tonight, let yourself hum with uncertainty. See it not as a lack of knowledge, but as a space for possibility. It is the fertile darkness where new things can grow. It is the quiet between the notes that makes the music beautiful. You do not need to have everything figured out. You do not need to know your exact path. You only need to trust the flow. Trust that the melody of your life is unfolding, with its own perfect rhythm and its own perfect pitch, even if you cannot measure both at once. Feel the peace of not knowing. Feel the freedom of it. You are released from the burden of certainty. You are invited to simply experience, to participate, to be in the beautiful, uncertain, and ever-changing now. And as you relax into this soft, melodic reality, you might feel your own body differently. This solid form that seems so certain, so anchored, what is it, if the particles within are singing an uncertain, wave-like song? A question that brings us gently to your body, not as a statue, but as a constellation of waves. You lie still. You feel the gentle weight of your body on the bed. The solid press of your heel. The firm curve of your shoulder. You feel, unquestionably, like a solid thing. A collection of bones and flesh, anchored here, in this quiet moment. This feeling is a beautiful, necessary illusion. For if you could quiet the world, and listen not with your ears, but with your soul, you would hear a hum. A deep, resonant song emanating from the very core of your being. It is not one song, but a chorus. A symphony of vibrations. Let us drift inward, past the quiet of your skin. We travel into the vast, empty spaces within you. Into a single cell. It is not a crowded room. It is more like a night sky. A spacious, dark expanse. And within it, tiny stars whirl and dance. These are your atoms. Now, we move closer to one of these tiny stars. A single atom. You might imagine it as a hard, little ball. But that is not its true nature. It is not a thing so much as an event. A happening. At its center, a tiny, dense nucleus sits. And around it, electrons do not orbit like planets. They exist as a cloud of possibility. A shimmering, vibrating wave of energy. They buzz. They hum. They exist in multiple places at once, a fuzzy cloud of potential. This is the first secret. The foundation of your solid self is not solid at all. It is a cloud of energy, vibrating at an incredible frequency. Now, feel your hand. Clench it, softly. Feel the muscles tense. Feel the strength there. That strength comes from molecules. Long, elegant chains of atoms, woven together. See them in your mind. Not as still, dead sticks, but as vibrating strings. Like the strings of a cello, pulled tight. each one humming, each one singing its own quiet note. The energy flowing through them makes them quiver. It makes them dance. This dance is not random chaos. It is a structured, stable pattern. A harmony. Imagine a calm pond. Perfectly still. Now, you drop a single pebble into its center. Ripples expand outward. Beautiful, concentric circles. They move to the edge, and then they return. The incoming and outgoing waves meet. They interact. They create a new pattern. A pattern that seems to stand still, hovering on the water's surface. This is called a standing wave. A stable form, created from constant, flowing motion. This is what you are. Your body is not the pebble. It is not the water. It is the standing wave itself. You are a stable, coherent pattern. A beautiful, intricate shape, held in a constant flow of energy and matter. The food you eat, the air you breathe, it all flows into this pattern. It becomes part of the dance. And just as quickly, old parts leave. They flow out. You are constantly changing, constantly moving. Yet the pattern holds. The song remains. You are a river, and you are the river's shape. Your heart beats its rhythmic pulse. But deeper than that pulse is a deeper beat. The vibration of every cell. The hum of every molecule. The buzz of every atom. They are all singing together. They are in chorus. This is your true song. The music of your existence. When you feel a sense of solidity, you are feeling this harmony. You are feeling the stability of the pattern. The reliability of the song. It is so constant, so unwavering, that it feels like stillness. It feels like peace. But now, feel your fingertips. Place them gently against each other. You can feel the pressure. The sensation of touch. What is that, truly? It is not two solid things pressing against each other. That is the old story. The new story is far more beautiful. It is the outer edges of your electron clouds gently meeting. These vibrating clouds of energy softly repelling each other. They never truly touch. The feeling of touch, the solidity of your desk, the softness of your blanket, it is all just a gentle interaction of forces. A push and pull between vibrating fields. A silent conversation between waves. So, you are not a statue, fixed in place. You are a constellation. A collection of tiny, vibrating stars, held together in a stable, shimmering form. You are a gathering of energy, a temporary eddy in the cosmic river, holding its shape just long enough to breathe, to think, to be. You are a miracle of waves, believing itself to be a stone. And as you drift now, toward sleep, feel that solidity begin to soften. Feel the edges of your pattern become just a little less distinct. The harmony of the song becomes a gentle lullaby. The standing wave relaxes. It settles. It allows itself to be a little more fluid. A little more dreamy. For in the state between waking and sleeping, the rules begin to gently change. The music changes its tune. And you begin to sense the other players in this silent, cosmic dance. You begin to feel the connections that are always there, humming just beneath the surface of your solitary song. A connection that whispers that your wave is never truly alone. You close your eyes, and the day begins to replay. A memory surfaces. You woke up. You then poured a glass of water. One thing followed another. A clear, straight line. This is the comfortable rhythm of your life. The unshakable logic of before and after. This logic is the bedrock of your world. You drop a pebble, and then you see the ripples. You breathe in, and then your chest falls. Cause, and then effect. A relentless, forward march. It is the story we tell ourselves about time. But now, we drift deeper. We sink below the surface of that comfortable story. We enter a place where the water is still, and the light is strange. Here, the rules are not so rigid. Here, the pebble and the ripple are having a quiet conversation. Imagine that still pond once more. You see a set of perfect ripples moving outward. They are clear and beautiful. But you cannot see what made them. There is no pebble. The ripples just are. They are a fact of the water. Now, imagine looking at those ripples, and from their perfect shape, you can guess the pebble that must have fallen. The size of the stone. The force of its drop. The ripples tell the story of the cause. But what if the story could be told the other way? What if the ripples could, in some gentle, subtle way, suggest the pebble? What if effect could whisper to cause? This is not magic. This is a softer kind of physics. In the quantum world, time is not a one-way street. It is more like a wide, open field. Events are not chained in a line. They are connected, like points in a web. The universe, it seems, considers all possibilities at once. It weighs the outcomes. It feels the paths. Think of a single particle, poised to move. In our world, it would choose a path. One single, definite route. But for this particle, all paths are possible. It is like a traveler at dusk, seeing many roads home at once. And it takes them all. It is a blur of potential journeys. Only when you look, only when you ask, where are you, does the particle settle on one story. One path. One history. It is as if your question helps it decide not just where it is, but where it was. This is a strange idea. It feels like a dream. The idea that the present moment can gently influence the past. Not in a big, dramatic way, but in a soft, subtle whisper. A quantum whisper. It is as if the universe is not carving a statue out of marble, one chip at a time. Instead, it is weaving a tapestry. The loom moves forward, yes. But the threads come from all directions. A thread from the future can be woven back into the past. The final pattern is beautiful and whole. And it only makes sense when you see all of it at once. You have felt this, in a way. Have you ever had a dream that felt so real? A dream that, upon waking, seemed to explain a feeling you had the day before. The dream, an effect, seemed to cast light on its own cause. Your mind, in the quiet of sleep, plays with time. It weaves its own tapestry. Or remember a time you made a decision. A choice that felt sudden. But later, looking back, you saw 100 tiny clues leading you there. The effect of your choice seemed to rewrite the past. It made all those clues make sense. It gave them a purpose they did not seem to have in the moment. This is the gentle dance of cause and effect. It is not a chain. It is a relationship. A partnership? In this quantum realm, a particle can be influenced by where it will end up. Its future destination can gently guide its path, like a distant light guiding a ship through fog. The journey and the destination are in a quiet, constant dialogue. This does not break the world. It makes it more mysterious. More beautiful. The universe is not a clockwork machine, ticking mindlessly. It is a living, breathing story. A story that is being written, and read, and rewritten, all at the same time. Your own life is like this. You see it as a straight line. Birth, then childhood, then now. But your memories are not fixed. They change. Each time you remember an event, you change it, just a little. You soften its edges. You see it in a new light. The person you are today reaches back, and gently reshapes the person you were. You are constantly weaving your own tapestry. So, let go of the strict march of time. Just for now. Feel the weight of cause and effect soften around you. There is no pressure to know what comes next. There is no need to fully understand what came before. You are here, in this present moment. And this moment is connected to all other moments. Not in a straight line, but in a gentle, shimmering web. A net of light, holding all of time at once. And as you rest here, in the center of this web, you might begin to feel the gentle tugs on its threads. Tugs that come not just from the past, but from the future. and from all around you. Tugs that feel like a connection to everything else, everywhere. A connection that defies space, just as it softens time. For a long, long time, we told ourselves a story about the universe. It was a comforting story. A story of order. We imagined the cosmos as a vast, beautiful machine. A great clockwork of stars and planets. In this story, every gear was known. Every turn was predictable. If you knew the position of every cog and the speed of every spring, you could know everything. The future was not a mystery. It was simply a page in a book, already written. This was the clockwork universe. It is a powerful idea. It feels safe. It feels solid. Like the ground beneath your feet. But now, we have journeyed together into a softer world. A world of humming clouds and dancing waves. And in this world, the old story of the clockwork machine begins to fade. Its solid gears melt into mist. You might think that this new quantum world breaks the machine. That it introduces a ghost into the works. A spooky, unpredictable spirit that throws sand into the gears. Making things messy. Making things random. But that is not quite right. There is no ghost in the machine. Instead, we see that the machine itself is ghostly. The cogs and gears were never solid to begin with. They were always made of something far more mysterious. Far more beautiful. Think of a single gear in that great clock. In the old story, it was a perfect, solid circle of iron. It had a definite place. A definite job. But now, look closer. As we bring our attention to it, the solid iron begins to shimmer. Its edge becomes fuzzy. It is not here or there. It is both here and there. It is a cloud of possibility, shaped like a gear. It hums. It vibrates. It exists more as a relationship than a thing. The machine is not made of iron. It is made of music. The universe does not run on certainty. It runs on probability. It is not a clock ticking off seconds. It is a great, cosmic symphony, playing a song of maybe. Of might be. Of tendency. This is not a flaw. This is its genius. Imagine a field of grass on a windy day. You cannot predict the path of a single blade of grass. You cannot know which way it will bend first, or how far it will sway. This is the quantum world of the single blade. Uncertain. Free. But now, step back. Look at the whole field. See the waves of motion ripple across it. Beautiful, rolling patterns. Predictable in their overall behavior, but unpredictable in their tiny details. The field is both chaotic and deeply ordered. It is both free and following a rule. This is our universe. The ghost is not in the machine. The ghost is the machine. The uncertainty is not a mistake. It is the source of all creativity, all change, all life. The solid, predictable world you experience is like the wave on the field of grass. It is the overall pattern. The average of a trillion tiny, quantum whispers. Your body, your bed, this room, they feel solid because so many possibilities are averaging out to create a stable reality. It is a gentle agreement between particles. A consensus of existence. There is magic here. But it is not the magic of a spirit interfering. It is a deeper magic. The magic of a reality that is built not on bricks, but on relationships. Built not on certainty, but on potential. The scientist who looks at a quantum particle is not like a watchmaker opening a clock. They are more like a listener in a silent forest, trying to hear a single leaf fall. The very act of listening changes the forest, just a little. The scientist is not separate from the experiment. They are a part of it. They are in relationship with it. You are always in relationship with your world. Your observation, your attention, is a gentle touch. It is a question asked in the dark. And the universe answers in probabilities, in tendencies, It offers a range of possible realities, and your presence helps select one into being. So, let go of the need for a giant clock. Release the idea of a universe that is cold, and mechanical, and predetermined. That universe was a lonely one. You were just a passenger on a train, on a track that led to only one place. This new universe is alive. It is responsive. It is woven through with a gentle spontaneity. You are not a passenger. You are a participant. A partner in the great cosmic dance of maybes. Your life is not a predetermined track. It is a rich tapestry of probabilities. Every moment is a cloud of possibilities, gently collapsing into the now. Every choice you make is an act of creation. A step taken in a field of infinite paths. The universe is not a machine. It is a living story. And you are helping to write it, with every breath you take. And as this thought settles, a new question softly forms. If the universe is made of relationships, and not just things, then how deep do those connections go? Can a change in one place, instantly, change something in another? Is the universe not just a story, but a single, inseparable whole? Your eyelids grow heavy. The solid world, the world of clocks and certainty, begins to soften at the edges. The light in the room seems to dim, not just from your eyes closing, but from within. You are drifting. You are leaving the consensus world behind. You are journeying toward the country of dreams. This is a familiar journey. You take it every night. But what is it, truly? Is it just your mind sorting through the clutter of the day? Is it a movie your brain plays for itself in the dark? Or is it something more? Something deeper? We have wandered through a universe that is not solid, but fluid. A cosmos that is not a collection of things, but a chorus of potentials. A great quantum field, humming with the music of maybe. If that is the true nature of reality, then your waking life is like a single, clear note being played from that symphony. It is one melody, chosen from an infinite number of possible songs. But when you sleep, when you dream, something shifts. The focus softens. The single, clear note widens. It becomes a chord again. It returns to the realm of possibility. Your dreaming mind is not building fantasies from nothing. It is dipping back into the quantum sea. It is listening, once more, to the hum of all that could be. In your dreams, you are not bound by cause and effect. A door can be a mountain. A whisper can be a thunderclap. You can be in two places at once. You can speak to someone who is far away. Time folds in on itself. The past and the future are present, all at once. This is not so different from the quantum world we have explored. It is a world of superpositions. A world of tangled time. A world where observation creates reality. In your dream, you are both the observer and the observed. You are the dreamer and the dream. You ask a question simply by wondering what is behind a door. And the dream answers, creating that reality just for you. Your consciousness is in a gentle, dancing partnership with the infinite field. Think of a quiet pond at night. The world is still. On the surface of the water, you see a reflection of the moon. A single, clear image. This is your waking mind. It reflects one reality. But now, imagine a gentle rain begins to fall. Tiny drops kiss the surface of the pond. Each drop creates its own tiny ripple. The single, clear image of the moon breaks apart. It becomes 1,000 shimmering points of light. A kaleidoscope of moons. This is your dreaming mind. The rain is the gentle release of your waking focus. The stable reflection shatters into beautiful, swirling possibilities. You are not seeing a false moon. You are seeing the infinite versions of the moon, all at once. Your dream is a personal universe. A private reality, built from the same stuff as the waking world. It is not less real. It is simply playing by a different, softer set of rules. The rules of the quantum. Perhaps, then, you are not a human who sometimes dreams. Perhaps you are a dreamer, who is sometimes human. A localized ripple of consciousness, experiencing itself as solid for a little while. And at night, you simply remember your original, fluid nature. You return to the source. You swim in the ocean of potential from which your individual wave arose. This is a comforting thought. Your most bizarre dreams, your deepest fears, your greatest flying joys, they are not random. They are not nonsense. They are you resonating with the fundamental creativity of the universe. They are you remembering how to play with reality before it settles into a single shape. As you drift deeper now, feel that freedom. There is no need to control the dream. There is no right or wrong path. There is only exploration. There is only feeling. There is only being. You are dreaming a personal dream. And at the very same time, the universe is dreaming a cosmic one. Your dream is a small, warm pond, reflecting the same starry sky as the vast, dark ocean. The same laws of possibility apply. The same magic is at work. You are not separate from the cosmos. You are a part of its great, ongoing dream. Your nightly journey is your way of touching that truth, of remembering your connection to the infinite. So, tonight, do not just fall asleep. Tune in. Listen to the hum. Feel the possibilities swirl around you like gentle mist. You are not escaping reality. You are diving into its deepest, most authentic layer. You are going home, to the world before the world. And in that spacious, quiet place, you might feel the truth. That your consciousness is not confined to the space behind your eyes. That it is a field, just like the quantum fields that make up everything. And your dream is simply that field, loosening its focus, and gently, gently, beginning to merge with the field of all that is. The deep, dark ocean of quantum possibility is vast. It is easy to feel lost in its endless waves. To feel small, in a universe so strange, and so grand. But every journey into the deep must, eventually, return to shore. So now, we turn gently. We begin our slow return. We swim back from the open sea of ideas, toward the familiar coast of your own body. Toward the quiet of this room. The softness of your breath. You are here. In your bed. The world feels solid once more. The walls are firm. The blanket has weight. This is your anchor. This is your shore. But after our journey, you know a beautiful secret. This solidity is a kind of miracle. It is a gentle agreement reached by trillions of particles, humming in harmony. The floor does not swallow you, because a universe of probabilities has agreed to hold you up. It is a silent, constant act of cooperation. Feel your heartbeat. A steady, rhythmic drum in the quiet of your chest. That reliable thump, thump, thump is a classical sound. It is the sound of the familiar world. But inside every cell that the blood nourishes, there is a quantum dance. The energy that powers your heart, that lets the muscle contract, comes from the strange, spooky world of tunneling particles. The magic is not somewhere else. It is right here, pulsing within you. Your breath, flowing in and out. A wave of air. You draw in molecules that have danced in the atmosphere. They enter your lungs. They pass through membranes. They become part of your blood. This exchange, this beautiful, life-giving process, is guided by the fuzzy, probabilistic rules of the quantum realm. Every breath is a conversation with the universe. A conversation built on uncertainty and potential. The light from your window, or the gentle glow of a nightlight. It travels across space as a wave. A field of possibility. And then, it meets your eye. In that moment, it becomes a particle. A tiny packet of energy. Your act of seeing helps collapse the wave. You are not just a witness to the world. You are a co-creator of it, with every glance. The quantum world is not a distant land. It is not a laboratory for physicists alone. It is the hidden foundation of everything you know. It is the reason the sun shines. It is the reason the ground is solid. It is the reason you can think, and dream, and be. You are not a being separate from this quantum magic. You are not a visitor to this strange reality. You are made of it. You are a walking, breathing, dreaming collection of quantum phenomena. A gathering of waves, believing itself to be a person. So, as you lie here, feel the wonder not as something outside of you. Feel it as something intrinsic. Something innate. The soft magic is in the weight of your hand on the sheets. It is in the warmth of your own skin. It is in the faint sound of traffic, or the rustle of leaves outside. All of it, every sensation, is the quantum world, singing its stable, comfortable song just for you. You do not need to understand mathematics. You do not need to remember the names of the theories. You only need to feel the truth of it in your bones. That the universe is far more mysterious, far more interconnected, and far more generous than it appears. You can carry this feeling into your waking life. When you see a solid mountain, you can also sense the swirling cloud of electrons that gives it form. When you feel the warmth of a cup of tea, you can remember the frantic, quantum dance of molecules creating that heat. The everyday world does not become less. It becomes infinitely more. It becomes enchanted. The shore you have returned to is the same shore you left. But you are different. You have seen the ocean that cradles it. You know the depth of the water that kisses the sand. The familiar is now layered with the fantastic. The ordinary is now glowing with the extraordinary. So rest now. Rest in the profound truth that you are both solid, and you are shimmering. You are a body, and you are a possibility. You are here, and you are everywhere, all at once. Let this knowing settle deep within you. Not as a thought, but as a feeling. A quiet, peaceful hum. The hum of the universe itself, resting within you. And as you drift on this gentle hum, between waking and sleeping, a final, soft question arises. If you are made of this universal magic, and you are returning to the quantum dream, then what are you, truly, when you are most yourself? When all the world is quiet, and only the essence remains, what is left?